Today I'm bringing you a craft project, paper flowers. So I'm going to show you how to turn these into this, into something like this. Hi, this is Erin Johnson, founder of Outstanding Ohio and Realtor with eXp Realty. I was born and raised and have lived my whole life here in Northeast Ohio. And in this channel, I share with you all the things I love about Ohio and why I truly think this is an outstanding place to live. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, eating, and hanging out in Northeast Ohio, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified every time I create a new video. If you're from Ohio and you want an opportunity to meet and engage with other outstanding Ohioans, make sure you join our Facebook group at Outstanding Ohio. And lastly, if you're moving or thinking about relocating to Akron or Cleveland or any of the surrounding suburbs, give me a call and let's chat. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about the area and set you up with a custom home search based on your criteria. Okay, without further ado, here's your Outstanding Ohio video. For those of you that may not be aware, I also own a craft company called Live, Love, and Create, and I do a lot of projects with paper flowers. I used to do a lot of in-person workshops, like at wineries and restaurants and so forth, and a lot of that's been stopped now with the pandemic, so I've been offering kits, and I think people, even when I held the workshops, might have been hesitant to sign up thinking, oh, I'm not creative and I can't do that and I could never make mine look like that. And one of the things I really like to do with my company and in the crafts projects that I come up with is to make them doable by most people, that you don't really need to have prior experience and that you're going to come away with a project that you're really proud of that looks great and not something that you're afraid or ashamed to hang up, if you will. That's something that's great enough that you could even give it as a gift. So I'm going to show you today. I do sell, I call these blooming boxes. It's a arrangement of paper flowers in a shape with a quote on the front of the glass. So you can, I don't know if you can see that this is like white stickering on the front of the glass, and then the paper flowers are behind the glass, and then it's in this frame. So I sell these kits, and when it comes, so today we're going to make a fall one because I don't have any fall options yet. So it'll already have the background paper. You can choose the background paper, and then the shape is already glued down. And then you'll get the frame. The frame will already have the quote on the front. I didn't do that yet, and I'll tell you why about that a little bit later. And then you'll have the paper flowers and glue provided. So really all you have to do is roll up the flowers and glue them down onto the shape, and then you'll have this beautiful creation. But I wanted to really show you how to do these paper flowers. Now, of course, if you have a Cricut machine, you can cut these flowers out yourself and make your own creations. So it cuts out in these spirals. And most of the projects involve two different kinds of spirals. So one of them has these bigger bumps, you'll see, versus this one. They're kind of closer together, and they roll up to be slightly different flowers. So I'm going to show you both of these today and then show you how I complete the project. So the first one, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So with regardless of the type of flower, you're going to start at the outside edge of the spiral, and you're going to end with this circle in the middle. And your goal is that circle in the middle is the bottom of the flower, or the base of the flower. So you're going to roll it up, and it's going to end up sitting on that last circle as the base. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a toothpick and put it, see how you can see this, up on the very edge of the open end of the spiral. And then you want to fold, really roll that around the toothpick. You don't want to fold it with the big bumps. It needs to be like as tiny as it can go around the toothpick, like that. And you're going to roll it a few times till it's started good. And then you take the toothpick out. So you can see that. It's just kind of a tiny rolled up paper. And then you're going to keep rolling. You want this straight edge. That's going to be the bottom. So you want that to be flat on the bottom. And you want to make sure that you're rolling, that it doesn't, sometimes it can get kind of oblong or oval. You want to make sure that it stays nice and round and that the bottom edges stay flat. So I find the best way to do that at this point is to put it between your thumb and your forefinger of your non-dominant hand like this. And then take your other hand and roll it. And I'm sorry, it's really hard to see what I'm doing. There we go. So it's between the two fingers, and then you take your other two fingers and just push it along to keep rolling it. So you'll see that you've got a nice flat bottom, but a round shape. And you just keep rolling that along until you get to the very end of the spiral. This helps you, you can go a little bit faster when you do it like this, or if you prefer, sometimes I like to flip it around so that I'm rolling this way. I can go even faster that way, so that I'm rolling it that way. So roll, roll, roll. You want to roll it tight, not so tight that you're, stressing yourself out about it and that the paper's going to tear. But it is easier to let it loosen up at the end than it is to tighten it. So you want to keep it relatively tight while you're rolling. So once you get to the end, keep rolling. You're going to get like this. And then there's this circle at the end that's kind of like a cap. That's going to be the base of the flower. So you want to check to see how the size of this circle compares to the size of your rolled up bottom. In this case, it's pretty much an exact match. I'll show you when we do the other style of flower that it's often not. And if that's the case, you have to let it loosen up a little bit. But this is a pretty close match. So in order to just finish this off and secure it, you're going to use the glue, and I like to use tacky glue, and you're going to glue it on the inside edge of this last circle. Just put it all around. You want to cover it, but not too much. Right on the inside like that. And then you're just going to push it down. You want to make sure this last piece is pulled all the way around. And then you want to push it down so that the glue goes into all those rolled up papers and holds it tight. Got glue on my fingers. Like that. And you're just going to hold it for a couple seconds till that glue really holds. So that when you let go, the whole thing doesn't explode on you. And there you have it, paper flower, voila. So that's that was the version with the bumps that were further apart. Now I'm gonna do one with the bumps that are a little bit closer together. This tends to roll up to be a slightly bigger rose than the other one. So again, start at the very edge, and you're gonna roll that paper right around the edge of the toothpick, like that, till it gets started. You're going to take the toothpick out and make sure that bottom is nice and straight, and then you can put it between your fingers like that and just start rolling. It can be very stress relieving to do this once you get it going, once you get the hang of it. It's, unless you have arthritis in your hands, then it might be a little bit challenging. All right, so this one rolled up, and you'll see this bottom circle is bigger. Hopefully you can see that. See how it's like peeking out right here? That's because this last circle is bigger than what this rolled up circle ended up being. And I don't like to, I mean, you could leave it like that, but I don't like to see this extra piece hanging out. So what I do is I just take it, I'm trying to make sure you can see this, and just let it loosen up a little bit like that, kind of let it bloom. And then you'll see that the circle fits more perfectly, and it's more of a full blooming flower at that point. So same thing, you're gonna put the glue on the bottom inside edge of that last circle, kind of all the way around. And then you're gonna push it into all those papers so that it sticks. You'll see that's a pretty close fit right there with the circle for the base. Just hold it in for a few seconds till it seems like it's gonna hold. And there you have it. So that one, you'll see, is slightly bigger than the other one. There's one more size of flower that I often use, these kind of mini ones. So for the pumpkin, we're going to use them for the little greenery areas. It's the same concept. I'd recommend don't start with these because they're just a little trickier because they're so small to work with. Like, do them once you get the hang of doing the bigger ones. But it's literally the same concept that you're going to roll it around the toothpick at the open end. This one does have a texture on this side of it and not on the other side. It's really up to you how you want to roll it. I like to roll the texture into the flower because I feel like you see a little bit more of it once it's rolled. You can kind of see the texture and the edge there versus when it's on the outside. You don't tend to see a lot of that because once you glue it down, that's all kind of hidden. So anyhow, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you if you have a preference. But this one, yeah, once you get it started, it's a little trickier to get started just because it is so small. But it's the same thing. You want to keep it rolled nice and round and small in the middle. And then I'm going to roll it along here till I get to the end. And then glue it down. Check the circle. Actually matches up pretty well in this case. I'll put the glue on there. And then glue it down. Okay, now I'm going to push this camera back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Once you've started getting a few of these flowers done, you can start to lay them out on your backboard to fill the shape, and you'll play around with the different size ones to really see how it fits in there for you. You can use the little ones as filler where needed and kind of space them out. So I'm going to, let's see, I think you can really see this, but let me just lay them out really quick. So I like to lay them out first like this and really get the arrangement how I like it before I glue anything down. And then I'll start on one edge and pick one up, glue it down, and then keep going out so that I can maintain the arrangement that I worked on. And you can see if you need an extra one to fill in, what size would be good. Do you need another small one or another big one? So forth. So I think might have close to enough here. Yeah, I think that'll work. So, like I said, once you get the arrangement how you like it, you can take your glue and just put it on that bottom circle. Enough to cover it, but it doesn't have to be, don't put too many globs on it. It will dry clear, but you don't want to see a bunch of glue oozing out the sides. And then just place them down one by one until you get them all glued down. Okay, so I've got them all glued down, and there you have it. We've got all the orange flowers for the pumpkin, and then a couple of little green flowers for the stem work at the top, and you just want to make sure they're all glued on and not going to fall off. And then the last step is to put it into the frame. You're just going to set it in there. Make sure that there's this piece in here that, the flowers don't get stuck on there. These aren't too close to the edge, but if they get close to the edge, just make sure they don't get stuck in there. You're just going to put it in there. You may want to Windex the glass before you do this. This sometimes can be the trickiest part, is getting it in there without any lint or dust or whatever. But then you just push these tabs down to hold it in. There's 2 on each edge, and then it's in the frame. And again, it would come typically with the writing on the front. I did not put the writing on the front of this one because I'm going to give you a chance to win this, and then you can choose the phrase. I always provide with my craft projects a lot of options so that you can really personalize it, make it something that is you and that you love. And so for a project like this, you can choose the background color. So if you don't want the dark green, if you want a navy or a yellow or a tan or a brown, whatever color you want, you tell me when you order it. And then as well as the flowers, if you want a different color flowers, you can let me know. And then I usually provide anywhere from a couple to 5 to 10 different options for what to put on the front. So I think this one I have a jack-o'-lantern face if you want to do something a little more fun, but I also have like trick or treat and different fall phrases, thankful if you want to be more broad and kind of incorporate Thanksgiving. If you win this, then you can choose the phrase that I will put on the front. So for your chance to win, you need to comment in the Facebook group with your email address, and then I will pull a winner and get this. You can pick it up from me in Fairlawn, or if you don't live nearby, I can ship it to you. Okay, so good luck to whoever wins that. And then I just wanted to show you some of the other examples of designs. I have probably, I think, over 25 design options now. So there's Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And then I have a bunch of ones that are fun. This one is Life is Like a Cactus, Thorny but Beautiful. This one has a bunch of different like spiky and fun different flowers in it. And then I've got some that are great for younger kids or like the tween age. This is a popular one, Mermaid at Heart. I also have Stand Tall. What is this? Stand Tall, Wear a Crown, and Be Sweet on the Inside with the pineapple. And then the ever popular Love You to the Moon and Back. It's great for a baby's room or a nursery. So I've had kids as young as like 7 or 8 successfully make these flowers. Sometimes they need help getting it started, but it can be a really fun project to do with your child, especially some of these that involve more flowers. So, you know, you can each make some and put it together, and it can be something special that you made together. If you want to make it, I have a larger version as well. If you want to do it at a bridal shower or baby shower, I've done before, where everybody at the shower makes 1 or 2 flowers, and then it goes together to make a beautiful piece to put in the baby's nursery, or for the couple to remember the shower by, and so forth. So that's always an option as well. With the blooming boxes, I don't have all the designs here, but there's a state of Ohio, there's a house, there's a paw print, there's a wine glass. I did a bunch of really fun summer options. So there's definitely a variety of options for both adults and kids. So I just wanted to say that. But beyond the blooming boxes, I also do these paper flower canvases that are super popular. So with these, you get to choose the color of paint for the frame. You get to choose the phrase for the mason jar. And then I also have some coffee cup options, which I'll show you. And then you choose the colors for the flowers and also the style, like whether you want all the roses or a mix of styles. And then I include some of the greenery in there for you. So same kind of concept. You're doing a little bit of painting on this one, but you're rolling the flowers, you're arranging them with the greenery. This will come with the phrase already on there for it. You will have to staple it to the back once you're done, because you have to paint the frame. But here's an example there. That's a popular phrase, live life in full bloom. This one's really fun for fall, which is the thankful, grateful, and blessed with the fall colors. This one I keep hanging up in my kitchen. It's really beautiful. And then if you're into coffee, I have several coffee cup options as well. This one is stressed, blessed, and pumpkin spice obsessed with the really fun pumpkin-y oranges and browns for the flowers. So a lot of options for these paper flower canvases. And then I also have another paper flower kit option called a blooming sign, you paint the background of the sign. It has a shape on it that you paint, and then the phrase goes on the shape, and then you do the flowers. And that's really fun, a little bit more springy, but a really fun option as well. So I'm going to insert a few pictures of those here for you. So if you're interested in purchasing a kit, they can be purchased at my website, liveloveandcreate.com/shop. And I am offering a 10% discount if you use the promo code BLOOM through the month of October here, 2020. And the kits, I usually make them up in a couple of days after you order them, and they're available for pickup, porch pickup from my house in Fairlawn, or I can ship them to you. If you live in Ohio, generally the shipping's about $8, $7, $8, just to give you an idea. So this is a great thing, like I said, to do, by yourself. You can do it virtually with a group of girlfriends, or with multiple generations, with your kids and your mom. I also offer virtual parties. If you want to get a group together, I can hop on Zoom and show you how to make the flowers and so forth. I'm open to doing some private parties if the environments are safe for the pandemic, if that's something you're interested in. But I really think that this is something that you can do at home successfully, that it'll turn out great. You're going to enjoy making it. And I thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my small business, and hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this and want to be up on all the great things that Ohio has to offer, whether it's people, places, activities, events, tips to make your life easier, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell so you're notified every time I create a new video. If you are looking to connect and engage with other outstanding Ohioans, make sure you join our Facebook group at Outstanding Ohio. And if you're looking to make a move or relocate to anywhere in the Akron or Cleveland area or the suburbs, give me a call and let's chat. Thank you.